What's up, everybody? I'm Getty. Welcome back to Conan Exiles. Now, I'm going to continue what we picked up last time. Single player mode. Excuse me. In the last episode, we went and got us a couple of war mounts. Now, the war mounts we got was a rhino, two rhinos, 2 horses, 4 total. But we went ahead and we bred out the rhino and made it into a purebred gray rhino, which was actually black and speckled. How does that turn into purebred? I don't know. But, oh, still got heartburn. Man, I can't get rid of this heartburn. But we got it. So now in this episode, we need to make a stable to make us a horse. Because, like I said in the last episode, I think horses would be the thing that most people gravitate towards. Nice and fast. All right. Good, and load it back in. There's our rhino buddy. So we need to make a stable. Sound's gonna take a second. It does that when you first load in. We're gonna look while it's loading. We need a saddle workbench. Saddler's work table, forgive me. 50 twine, 50 leather, and 50 shaped wood. Oh, shaped wood. Shaped wood is made in the carpentry bench, right here. Ta-da! We can make 42. 42. Takes 10 wood. So we need 50. So we'll go ahead and just make those. And while that's working, we'll go ahead and grab out twine and the rest of this wood. That should help us make the last of it. Put this in there. Need to make 8 more. That should be exactly 50. And then twine. Now we need more twine. So, before we run out and grab it by hand, let's see what it takes to make a sickle. 30 iron bars. 30 iron bars. Well, since we did that great big old iron run at the jawbone, we've got plenty to work with. We'll make us a sickle. Notice it. We need an iron hatchet. Iron skinning knife. That'll be 30. We got to wait on that one. That'll be out. We have it. It's just crafting. But I hope everybody's having a good day, or night, or morning, or evening, or whatever time you're watching this video. Hope you're having a great one. We're doing good, nice and cool right now. So, 47, 48, 49, 50, 52, 51. That's fine. We're so close. Why is that stable different? Was I looking at animal? No, I'm looking at, my bad. Looking at the saddle workbench. Sorry, brain fart. The saddle workbench is made in my inventory. The stables is made in there, so we'll have to make some more shaped wood and brick. So I'm gonna take this out first. Just so we can make a saddle bench. Saddle, 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 saddle bench. Yes. Oh, let me clear the queue. Saddle bench. I'll need more wood. But now that we have our nice metal hatchet, we can collect it. Grab some more. So that sound is kind of iffy when you first load in. So that's not anything lagging or anything. That's just the game. There we go. Now it's loading up. Now, seeing how we're not going to have this base as a base that's going to be hit by the purge, hopefully. Because I think the purge usually hits the base that you're in. Like your big base. The bigger the base, the more likely. We're going to put this workbench outside. I know it sounds weird, but you can do it. Boom. Now we need a saddle. Do we have a rhino saddle? Right there. Rhino travel light saddle. Warhorse saddle light. Or Cordovan tack saddle. That's for horses saddle. And a warhorse saddle. We'll do a rhino saddle. We need twine, iron bars, and leather. Well, we're making twine. We'll need more. 20 twine, 68 iron, and a handful of leather. Alright, so I went ahead and made another furnace. Just to kind of speed things up a little bit, because it's going to take a long time. But just so you know, we're going to need brick for some things here shortly. And to make brick, all you do is put stone in a furnace. You see at the bottom in the queue, 3 bricks. Yeah, I think it takes like 10 bricks to make, or 10 stone to make a brick. It's not great conversion, but I mean, we'll need it sooner or later. Later on, when we make a bigger base, we'll have a couple of them in line. Ooh, excuse me. A couple of the advanced furnaces in line, improved furnaces. That way we can have multiple things going at once. Iron in one, steel, bricks, hardened bricks, that kind of thing. Scratching your head, huh? I know. We got a little base building to do here. We're not really base building, but we're making a saddle, okay? There we go, 6. Plus, I'm kind of waiting. It's dark outside. Every time I do this stuff, it ends up dark. 71. All right, 1 rhino saddle. It's going to take it a minute to craft. Come on, we're so close. Give me the saddle. Easy. Hyenas. So you notice like this this nest here. Like in the first episode, I said how these you can build on top of the nest to build your base. Yeah, they stopped spawning eggs and stuff. It's just like a fixture now. We can always build on top of it, but what's the point? All right. Warhorse rhino saddle. Now, rhino saddle, I'll move my head. All right. If you see above me now, there's a slot for a saddle. So if you go over here like you would on a thrall and just give it to them, it puts it in their inventory. So what you do is you hit A on it. You go over to the saddle, hit A again. Now these are saddled. Ta-da! Now I'm gonna move my head back. Now, we're saddled. It's a weird saddle. Once you get on top of the... I don't know if he can attack. Trigger does nothing. Oh, so the A, the jump button is your attack button. Alrighty. Kind of drift a little bit here. Cool. Now we have a follower. Well, now we have a mount. It's not exactly a horse, but hey. What do you know? Look at you. Another thing, if you get on a horse or a mount of any kind, it'll start following you. So if you go inside your base, it'll go into your base and you can't get out. That's annoying. So anytime, make sure you tell them to stop following you or put them on guard. Same way with animals. Now, we need a stable. And to build a stables, we need 15 brick, 10 twine. Do I have 10 twine only? Yeah, twine. I need brick. Downside is it's going to cook this brick slowly. It's going to do it afterwards. For some reason on console, I cannot for the life of me figure out how to make them switch what they're crafting. Don't know what uses it. We'll go ahead and have that crafting. Now that we don't really need this right now, we can just load that back up and let that keep going. Alrighty, there's everything we need for a stable. Get that bad boy crafting. It's gonna take a while too. It's not really anything I can do about that. I think there's a setting to change for that, but I haven't really found a reason to change it. I mean, I don't mind waiting a little bit for things. I don't want everything just to be instantaneous. So, yeah. But on top of that, we're going to go ahead and see if we can just finish making a saddle for the horse, because naturally we're going to want one. Need 8 more. Yeah. But while we wait, I'm going to go grab a couple more pieces of bark so we can make some more leather. Because I'm running really low. I always run low on bark for some reason. Stop falling. Okay. That should give everything time to craft. Oh, we got here just in time. Look at that. Timed it just right. I'll take that. Horse stable. And I'm going to put it... I mean, it's kind of massive. Look at this thing. Boom. It's huge. Huge. We'll put it on this side. Might as well. Put it right beside the base. Kaboom. Now for a horse. Give me the horse. We will drop the horse in here. And food. I don't think you can give it vine, can you? Yeah, you can use vines. That works. Now we just wait for the horse to craft. We have the saddle in there. Oh, horse is done. Look at that. Horse is done. And he ate all of the rest of the vines. Great. Thanks a lot, buddy. horse. Now we got just a plain horse. Now, what option do we want for horse? I think it's just black and white, really. Yeah, black and white. It's our only real horse options. Or I think the one we've got can be multiple colors. Gray-ish. Something like that. I'd like a white horse. I mean, can I make another one of the fodders? That's all it takes is one of those little fodder thingies. Sea salt fodder? Ooh, I need 2 aloes. Oh no, I just crafted an aloe potion. Oh man. Oh, let's just run over here and grab some aloe. There's some aloe right here. You can tell aloe by the little red tips. If you've ever seen aloe vera plant, then you know what it is. This right here, this is aloe. So we'll sickle it. Because it's one of the best things to... Yeah. Don't mind me. Crocagator. To the water! Whoop. Don't mind me, Mr. Alligator. It's dumb that alligators can swim, but they can't swim on here. It's dumb, but that's how it works. Juniper berries in there. Now, sea salt fodder, I think is one of the ones we need. Just try it out, see what we get. I've never really used one on a horse, because I just took the base color, but hey, we'll give her a shot. So we take this. Now they're both in our inventory. We'll go to our crafting and see which ones it takes. We can do that black or white. I kind of want a white horse. A white horse. I need tainted fodder. Oh, I should have looked at that. What's it take to make tainted fodder? Tainted fodder is the same. It takes the same stuff. Great. Well, we'll put that back. And we'll wait on the tainted fodder. Should have read first. Tainted fodder. Alrighty. Now for the white horse. Down here. Craft. 1 white horse. Making all that racket. You making racket out here? No. Not you. I wasn't talking about you. Hi. Oh, she's been real needy today. I don't even know why. Alright, now we got horse. White horse. Boom. Oh, look at that pretty horse. Hi. Now we'll put the saddle on it. You get the saddle. Same thing. We can just put A over to the saddle. Boom. We have horse. Hi, horse. Yeah, I think you need vines. Yeah, vines is what we need you. Alright, look at here. Now we got a horse. Look in there. And the horse can jump. A little bit. Horse and rhino. Look at that. Heck yeah. I like the horse better. Not gonna lie. Rhinos are cool. Yeah, you're cool. But, boom. Should have made it into a caravan rhino. We might do that with the other one. Yeah, we'll go ahead and do that. Let's just be the episode of us, you know, messing with our rhinos. What do we need for the caravan rhino? Let's go on down to recipes. It's these options here that say Turian caravan. I think it comes with a Turian DLC. We need Turian fodder. Okay, so to make Turian fodder, it's the red one. Totemic fodder. Turian. Oh, it's the same stuff. Really? They all take the same thing? That's kind of neat. I'm glad they made it accessible to everybody. Just drop this in there. Let that craft. Now, while this stuff's cooking, put this down. Put a little bit of this in there. Make some more leather. Give me the fodder. Alright. Alrighty. I have all these animals around. I have to remember to feed them. Give me rhino. Okay, then we go craft the rhino into a caravan rhino, which is going to be that one. It crafts a lot faster than the rest of it. Boom. Okay. put this here. And these are pretty cool. I mean, we'll bring him over here. Na 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 na. Where you're facing is where it places it. Boom. Look at that thing. Got saddlebags. You can't ride it. But if you look in your inventory, look at that. I was wrong. It did have 10. 4, 8, 12, 16, 20. It's got 20 slots. 20 slots. Holy cow. So when we go to move bases, he'll come in handy. I wonder if he could follow me while I'm riding another one. I wonder if that works. It says fighter on it. It says fighter. Does the other one say fighter? 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 Does the horse say fighter? Fighter? They're all fighters. Interesting. Well, I mean, we have our mounts. Look at this. I'm so excited. Alrighty, so what we need to do is we need to do a dungeon. Because though I like this armor, the armor I like to use is the one you get from the dungeon. So, before we run off to it, we need to make a bow. I don't think I've unlocked a bow. So feats, over here to weapons, and we'll just take the basic bow one. We need, oh yeah, we also need daggers. Take archer. And of the daggers, let's see, make iron ones, do 15 damage. They all do 14 damage, so it's not too big a deal to use them. We'll go ahead and just 13. Sure, we'll take those because we're gonna need daggers. Because I'm gonna show you the best way to take on the Abyssal Remnant by yourself, solo míos. And to do that, we need to make a couple of daggers. So we need to get some iron in there. So grab the iron. If you had a thrall with you, this dungeon would still be kind of iffy. At least the last fight would be. See, these daggers do 14. And the base game iron ones do 15. So they're already better than the ones that you can get from the DLCs. Which is fine. You don't have to have them. You can just use base game stuff. Like I said, none of the DLCs, as far as I know or am I concerned, are pay to win. So, what we're going to do is we have the iron short sword, or the Grossen short sword, does 20. Do they have a Grossen daggers? They have Aquilonian Ponards. Do we want to just go regular ones? I mean, I like looks. It doesn't matter to me the damage on them because we're still gonna... The main damage isn't the big deal. You're gonna cause a bleed on the enemy, which is what we want. And them bone ones, I really like those Turian daggers. We'll make a set of those. And we'll also have to make a bow. A plain old bow, which I think you actually make at the armor's workbench. So while that's crafting... Do you make the bow in here? Sounds weird. Doesn't sound right. Anything? No. Oh, I bet you make it in your inventory. So we'll go over here. Bow. Yeah, got that regular bow. Plant fiber, a branch, and some twine. The plant fiber. Plant fiber. We'll take the twine. Plant fiber is going to be on the animal. The horse. I'll take that. I will give some back. Give me a second. We need a bow. Craft a bow. And the arrows craft 10 at a time. So we don't really care about damage. I need to grab some stone. Stone? There's some stone. Hoping I didn't turn it all into brick. And we'll just make a handful of stone arrows. 20 arrows? We'll do 30. That should be plenty. And that's pretty much it. That's all we're going to need to take on this dungeon. We'll replace that. And we'll replace the skinning knife. Make some. There we go. Made our 30. We'll drop off the excess stuff. Put that in there. I'm gonna go ahead and just leave this in here. This. The branches, why not? Put this here. Another thing. If you use a bow, make sure you put that on top of your bow so that you actually have some ammo in it. Alright, so I made up my mind. We're gonna do the dregs. Might as well. We're not lagging. Everything's working good. We've got the equipment, we've got the armor, and we've got the rock steady. So we're gonna have him follow us. Even though he's not level 10 yet, doesn't have a perk, it doesn't matter. We'll survive. Do I want to take the horse? Probably, because we'll have to fast travel back. If we don't, or not fast travel, run back. We could take the rhino, but I like the horse. Don't get me wrong, the rhino is cool, but he's real cumbersome. He doesn't run as easy to maneuver as the horse. The only downside is you have to be careful, because if you outrun your pet or your thrall while you're on the horse or the rhino, then they don't catch up very well. Like, they don't just teleport to you, which is weird, because you would think if they teleport across water, then surely they could teleport to you. I don't know. But look at this horse. Well, how it loads. Look at that. And leveling up. Alright. Well, since you're leveling up, you know what? Take care of that. Here, I'll lead them back to you. There you go. Since the horse is leveling up, I can look and see what the food does for it. Hey now. Don't attack my horse. Quit hitting my horse. Thank you. Hey, quit glitching out. You're okay. Hey, would you sit still? Thank you. Doesn't say. Oh, I didn't give it the food back. Ooh, my bad. My bad, man, my bad. It's all cool. I'll get you set up. Give me just a second. Put it on the pick, because we're not going to need a pick. Then give me the plant fiber back. Okay, that's probably a wasted stat there, but because of the level up, a wasted level up. But that's cool. We'll just carry back on. Now we're just going to the dregs, which, as I've shown plenty of times, is weird. Yeah. It says Riverwatch Camp, Algar's Overlook. It's right here at the end. So we'll get there fairly quickly now with the horse. Plus, we won't use stamina, won't use as much water, we won't use as much food. It's better all the way around to have a mount. It's so nice to have a mount. And then, yeah! And the horse isn't exactly a fast swimmer, but it would almost be faster to swim and then have them teleport to you, but it's cool. I ain't too worried about it. Alrighty, we've made it back to where that hill is that goes up above the dregs. So the dregs is right there, the little temple building. Now, it's very important, especially if you're not familiar with this area, to be careful. Alright? This little area right here is a good spot. Maybe a little further down. You want a nice, safe spot. That person is attacking me now. Ow. Hey. Shell back. Come on, now do your job. There you go. Attack! Get him! See, they're not doing hardly any damage to the shellback. Don't have to worry about it. You didn't have nothing on you? No. Good. So what you can do is, before you go in there, make sure you put down a bedroll if you're not familiar with the place. Boom. That way you have a spawn point if you die. Now, we don't plan to die, but you never know. I just moved my food. Alright. Now, horse. I'm going to have my horse stand guard here. Like, there. Just up from my bedroll in case that person comes back. Maybe they won't aggro against my horse. We're going to go ahead and heal up this little bit that we got hurt. Alright, I think my shellback has food. Do you have food on you? You do not. So let me just grab you some food. Because he's bound to level up in here. I want him to have all the opportunities to eat. Okay. You can have that. Don't care about seeds or bugs right now. Put this here. Move some stuff. Do some inventory management. Alright. Cool. Now, you can run in there and you can face this camp all by yourself if you would like to. But what I like to do is climb. Usually it's this side. You can do it like right here-ish. So make sure you pay attention to your stamina. And when you get a good ledge, you can let go. Don't worry about the shellback. It will follow you up. And we're just going to follow this ledge. Yep, they'll shoot at you, but it's okay. Once you get out of their aggro range, they'll leave you alone. Just climb. Hello, shellback. You can see this is a big camp. And we do not want to have to tussle with them. So we're going to just make our way across this top ledge. Some people might say I'm cheating. Hey, it's fine if you think I'm cheating. I choose life. Alright. We'll just ease our way this way. Don't worry if you get hurt too much. Just a little bit. Skulker's End. Because we have plenty of wraps and plenty of aloe to heal us. Ideally, you want to keep the aloe for when you get to the fight at the end, but you never know. Now, that glowing right there is an obelisk. That's for later. We'll try and get that on the way out. But now we've got to get in that doorway. Right there. With them peoples. Make sure you don't come in here like a murder hobo, killing everything. Because you're actually going to need blood to get inside the temple. I'll show you what I mean. We're going to come down here. Nice and easy like. Make sure our shellback's with us. And we're going to run with our shield out and our sword. Grab him. Quit grabbing my foot. So we're going to run through the stairs. By these people, one's going to be shooting at you, one's going to pull a sword on you. Just run. Run inside. You'll see a bunch of ghosties. And they'll sacrifice somebody in here. Which you can see. Sacrifice. That's what they mean by this. Alright, so you gotta kill this fighter. He's level 3, so it's a shame to have to kill him here. Alright, and then, with his blood staining the ground, you hear the whispers. Yeah. Now we go to the dregs. Oh, buddy. Oh, buddy. Yeah. Dregs are fun. I like the dungeon. It's well made. It's not a difficult dungeon, really, once you've gone through here enough. There's quite a few things you can collect along the way. There's pieces you can pick up. Plus, we get to meet her. So, you come in. We're going to see the ghosties. Going to interact. We've learned Dredger. Alrighty. Can't understand that language. Dredger is a fate. Come over here. Dredger gives you glowing stick torches, breathing potion, glowing essence, and cooked abysmal meat. That'll come in handy later. Alright, we got a journal. Adventures Note 1. The Dafari horde chased us into an old ruin. It was a dead end. I thought it was over. Dear Samat stepped forth bravely to hold the entrance, but the leader of the Dafari, a wild brute with mud and twigs in his hair, cut him down. I was preparing to make my final stand when the very ground in the chamber began to rumble. The walls shook and the earth moved. The savages fled, wailing through the passageway, as ground beneath them began to rise. It was a staircase. This was the entrance we had been searching for. Quickly, I stepped over to Samat's corpse, just long enough to close his eyes and grab his gear. Then I headed down the staircase into the darkness. As my eyes adjusted, I came into a large cavern. What a sight! The floor is covered in ankle-deep water, and ghost fire burns above deeper pools whose murky depths are hard to fathom. Phosphorescent growths cling to the water's edge in their dim light glow. Large creatures are moving in the water. I must be cautious. If the treasure is truly down here, I will need to stay alive in order to find it. Ooh. Now, sometimes there's crocodiles in here. Sometimes there's not. We won't know though, Mr. Ghost. You see they're swimming down. They want you to go down, which is fine. We're going to. You don't have to worry. Nothing in here is going to fight you. You just jump in, hold Y. They lead you to this box. Sometimes there's good gear, sometimes not. There are arrows, which is always good, because you never know. You might need them. Also, grab this glowing goop. You want a good bit of it. There's more places to get it, but I like grabbing it here. I don't even think you can use a sickle on it underwater. Yeah, you can. Look at that. Alright, pay attention to your breath. So we're going to grab that glowing goop because it makes torches that last a lot longer than ours. I think there's creatures over there. But if you're careful and slow, beloved, come see. She speaks English. Don't worry. I hear you over there. Didn't see you, but I hear you. We're going to get this goop because you'll need it in bones. Just give me plant fiber, which isn't a big deal. So I'll take your bones. I don't care about your pants. Give me the goop. Bing! The wall is solid. Alrighty. Now that we have our glowing goop, we're going to come in here to the next part of the chamber. Remember, always follow the ghosts. They know what they're doing. Righty. Excuse me. So, you see the ghosts walking through the wall. The person standing guard. Now there's another journal. What do they say? Journal Adventures Note 2. At first, I thought I'd come to a dead end and that my quest for the treasure would be over. But then I noticed the stone mechanisms set high into the wall along the corridor. They were built for a taller race than ours. Who knows what primordial race once stalked these corridors, but they can be activated from below with a thrown object or an arrow. There is something else, a voice. It speaks to me and it's probably nothing. The strain of the long quest in search for my ancestors' treasure. Alright? What they mean by all that, don't worry, I spent a long time in this chamber when I first came to this dungeon. There is nothing to shoot at. What you do, you walk up here, you hit X to open the door. That's it. That's what they mean. All that looking for switches doesn't mean that spot. But you will need it. There's a reason we made an arrow. Come to me. I'm on my way, don't worry, darling. Now, when you're in a dungeon, you can't climb. You jump, you try to, it says cannot climb. This is a button. There's a bunch of arrows along the ground, some arrows up there. What that means is, shoot it with an arrow, and the water will rise. And that's what it is. You use this to swim. Don't worry about the shellback. They'll follow you. They'll teleport. I mean, you don't really need it right here anyway. That's it. Ah, my clever one. My clever one. I don't see another journal here. Just a bunch of bones. So away we'll go. On to the next one. And it'll progressively get a little more difficult as you go. I know the path. You see there's a dead... There's just rocks over there. You can hear the creature. Come, my love. Come. Right. New journal. Looks... Ta-da! You always look for these. Ta-da! And the water will rise. You don't really have to do a whole lot of exploring in this particular dungeon. There's nothing really to gain. Nothing new, nothing neat. All of the chests you find, don't mind a little water glitch every now and then. All the chests you find will just lead you to just junk. Note 3. The path forward grows less clear, and yet, with every chamber that I conquer, my certainty grows. This is the place where my ancestor, the legendary Sapaio de Cordova, came in search of his ultimate dream. The voice in my head whispers to me of the treasure that awaits me. She praises my strength and conviction. She tells me where to go and how to navigate this maze of confusing chambers. This is the path, and soon I will have both the secrets of my ancestor and will meet this mysterious lady who speaks my mind. Alrighty, going for the lady. Another little maze. Now, this one can be a little tricky sometimes. My little fish swim. I got you. Don't worry. So we're gonna hit this button, and we're gonna go left. Don't worry. I know what I'm doing. Water rises. We're gonna time it so that we don't have to do multiple things at once. Come over here. We're gonna jump up here with this water up. We're gonna shoot this one. This is gonna start the next one. Alright, now we're gonna run this way. The water's gonna rise, and we wanna time it so we don't have to do multiple shots at the arrow. This is gonna lead us to this one. Alright, and you'll know what I mean in just a second. We'll jump up, pull our bow out, shoot this one, and then come over here and swim right here, up here. Alright, because that water's gonna go down, see? But we needed that lever to activate this water. Smart, smart. And there we go. Up to the next section. Ta-da! So we found 3 journals so far. I don't know if there's a 4th one here. But now it's the part where we have our shell back. Alright. Give him a second. There he is. Okay, over here is a vat of acid with some enemies. Might be some enemies, I don't know. I actually don't think you can go in that vat without getting dissolved. Closer, it is not far. Yes, yes, I will be there, don't worry. Yeah, you can walk in it because you don't have to worry about acid. I do. There's a box. And it's grease orb and a water orb. See, not exactly exciting stuff. The acid pit is kind of a clue to the fight later. You can't get in it without getting hurt. I'll show you. Yeah, you don't have to be that dramatic about it. Acid. Grab some food. We'll just grab some food and heal naturally. So, we got that one. Here's a little tip. If you bring a shell back, they're kind of big, and there's a skeleton down there, and if he follows you in there, he'll just push you further. So what I like to do is tell him to walk. Have him go in front of me, and just keep telling him to go further. There we go. Have him attack the skeleton. Just that easy. Skeleton's not going to be able to hurt him very much, but he's going to be able to kill the skeleton. We're kind of stuck in the hallway for a minute, but it's not that big a deal. You can help if you want to. I like to just hold my shield up and wait. Smash. Be really careful, you can jump over him. Then you can help him from the back. You don't really need it. Skeleton. Now skeletons don't give you anything. It is destiny. Now, once you get into this room, there's going to be skeletons on both sides and in the back. What I like to do is, I'll do this. I'll come over here, tell the shell back to go that way. Quit grabbing stones. Tell him to move to the stairway. He'll aggro the skeletons. Then, I don't want your inventory, just sit there. There you go. See, the skeleton's aggro against him, because he's a bigger target. 385 health, huh? So we can help. No, you don't. You're not gonna stab me in the back. Oh, I hit the wrong button. Nope. Don't worry about it. You can just run through if you want to. I'm just trying to level Rocksteady a little more. Huh. If at all possible, I'd like Rocksteady to get the last hit on most of them. Don't have to, but it helps him level up a little faster. Sometimes they have stuff on them, like steel or iron bars. Okay, no journal. I think we... There they are. Okay, there, that's right. Metal shield, not bone. Or wood. Right, always keep track of your stamina. Like I said, the reason is, see that little armor break above them? It's because the shell bag does blunted damage. So he breaks their armor. And you can cripple them too if you do it right. There we go. See, he has crystal on him. That's just for making glass. Not worried about glass right now. Don't see. I've never really collected all the journals on purpose. Kind of just picked them up as I went. So forgive me if I miss one or two. Right. Now, I await you. Getting close to the end of this dungeon, actually. So you go left, and you'll swim. You can go right. There's really nothing over there. You go right, you get stuck. You come left. Come to this little rock outcrop. You'll climb up here. And you're like, oh no, I'm trapped. Ta-da! Yes, it's a long shot, but yes, you can make it. With your bow out, hold left trigger to pull it, and then shoot it with right trigger. That's all there is to it. Now the water will rise, and we'll swim up to this ledge. You can swim it to that ledge. I don't even think there's anything over there. Don't go there. Go here where this little ornament is. You can climb up easier here. Alrighty? Should be another. Number 4. This is it. I can feel her presence just ahead of me. It is time to meet my love and recover the precious journal of Zapio de Cadorba. If my father is correct, it contains the last recipe that he wrote before he went missing. Designed based upon his adventures in the Black Kingdoms to the south. But this is a secondary to meeting my love. She awaits me just ahead, and her sweet voice sings in my head, in my mind. She is beautiful. I will take her with me back to Singara and make her my wife. All else is secondary, including the journal of my ancestors. She is telling me to put down my weapons and my possessions. Why not? I have nothing to fear from such a gentle spirit. Gentle spirit. Alright. Bring her stuff. We're fully healed. Show back. Make sure you come in here. I like going right. You can go right or left. I like going right. You can hear it. Because there's skeletons. But there's a chest on this side. Alright, skeleton. Come ahead. Alright, have the shield back attack the skeleton. Make sure you use your shield. While you're doing that, you don't. Hey now. Messing with my abilities here. Get him shield back. I just want to look. We'll take the bones and the hide. We don't really need the rest of it. Alright. You have nothing. Now there's another one. Over there. Come here. Have the shellback attack. It'll still come this way. I just want the shellback to attack so it'll be at its back. Ooh, she attacked the shellback. Hi. Shellback, do something. Thank you. Nice. Well, look, still bars. We'll take that. Now for the fight. You don't need this sword. You will need the daggers, but don't equip them yet. Because now we face her. The Abyssal Remnant. Alright. As you can see, the statues above, those are giant kings from the Unnamed City. Get ready for the attack. This fight is relatively easy. Alright. She doesn't really care right now. So we're going to get her attention. By doing very little damage. Oh, look, she's going down already. Alright, when she goes under, she'll jump up. Make sure you're out of the way. When she's on the ground, use your R2 to do your daggers to make her bleed. You can stack up to 20 times. You have 14 on there. Then pull your shield back out. And all you do is you hold your shield. She'll spit acid. The shield will block it, the metal one. She'll attack. And you let the bleed do the damage. Yeah, see the shield back? Or your follower will most likely jump off on the acid and just get stuck there. It's all good. Your shield back will be fine. Come on. So what you're waiting on is for her to dive under the acid and then jump like that. When she dives, pull out your daggers and just keep moving. Then when she's on land, R2 to start making the bleed. You see, you'll just melt bosses with the bleed damage, especially early game ones. Then get your shield back out, hold your shield up. Best thing to do is not like auto target lock on right trigger. Just use your camera, look around, make sure you look at her with your shield out and you're fine. The acid doesn't make it through your shield. See, my shield back's already fell off in the acid, which is fine. And if your stamina gets low, you can drop your shield, let your stamina charge, and then pull your shield back up. It's all fine. There she goes. Now, daggers. Let her pull up again. Then go attack. It's like a big slug. You want to get as many stacks as you can on there. If you get 20, it's great. If not, you're fine. Look at that. We're like a third left on our life. Look at that, like 2/3 down. We're perfectly fine. This is how you fight boss. Use your brain. Oh, look, my shellback hit. The little shield thing was my shellback hitting it. Giving it some armor break for me. I'm trying to fight it, but shellbacks can't swim. Alright, some daggers. And run. There we go. If you don't bring a thrall, then she'll only target you. There we go. Did. Big old slug. Alright, so with her down, you're going to want to take, I guess, your hatchet. I don't really know which one's the best one to do it with. Put them away. You got to do this quick because the pool of acid will fill back up. You're going to whack it. Abysmal flesh, abysmal fangs. Nice. And grab this journal. There we go. Herpetology. That's what you get. The new feat, herpetology. You come over here. Abysmal arrows, abysmal dagger. And herpetology gives you reptilian chest piece, and you get regular and epic version. And that's the kind of armor that we're going to keep. How many fangs did we get? We got 22 fangs. That might not be enough. That's annoying. Ooh, yeah, it might not be enough to make the armor. That's fine. We grew some levels. Like I said, you have to harvest her a couple of times. The dungeon's real easy. Once you know where you're going, you just run through it. Don't really even have to fight anything. Like, we're doing perfectly fine. A little food, a little water. Not even hardly getting hit. That's all that's in here. This will fill back up. She'll start talking again if you stay here, but she won't spawn back in. You actually have to leave the dungeon and come back. And to do that, you go right here. This little grate, activate it. There you go. Nose itches. This is going to take us above the dregs. The same path we took to go around to go to Septimaru. That's where this is going to take us. Give it a second to load. And there we go. Good thing it's daylight. Climb up here. And there you go. That's the Arlong's Rest, where you get the dance. And that's all there is to it. Now what we are going to do is we're going to grab the obelisk. Now, if you don't want to jump down, you can go left. Get off of me, Shellback. You can go left and there's a path down. If you're ever up high, what you do is you run, jump, hold A to slide, release with Y, hold A to slide, release with Y, hold A to slide, release with Y. All the way to the bottom. Uses a lot less stamina, don't have to worry about falling. So that's Arlong's Rest. This is above the dregs, and that's the path you take up and to the right to get to the unnamed city, Septimaru, and all that. But what we're going to do before we go is right here. This glowing purple, that's corruption. Everything in the game, like most key landmarks, the obelisk, stuff of power has corruption. And corruption will be explained later once the sorcery part of the game comes out. That should be sometime this year, hopefully. What you do, we'll come over here and grab this. And we're going to climb around. Because you can climb on about anything in Conan. And that is an obelisk. That's what we want. We're going to kind of climb left. The game encourages you to explore, and this is what they want you to do. Climb on things, find things. Gaining corruption as we get closer. And when we get close to it, hit the button. Now we've attuned to the obelisk. See our bracelet's glowing. Ah. Now, if we stand here, we will continue to gain corruption. So we don't want to do that because we don't have a dancer yet. We haven't tamed any thralls. So now that we have that, you have to be careful. You can sometimes get stuck in this sand. So make sure you have the stamina to climb out of it. There we go. Alrighty. And that's it. This leads right back down to the entrance to the dregs. Which we're going to run again off camera because I need more fangs. So his armor is 659. You can see it's under my head. You can't really see it very well. 659. That's why they wouldn't do much damage to him. His health, 3,098. Compared to mine, 308. Pets are the way to go. Pets and thralls make this game a lot easier. Now, like I said, next episode, we're going to go back through the dungeon off camera. Get some more fangs, abysmal meat, and the eye. But this is important. The Staff of the Triumvirate. This is a staff topped with a serpentine skull. Now, if you just grab this, you won't know what to do with it. Has no armor value, has no attack value, you can't equip it. But if you hit R1 and hit more info, ta-da, it brings up a description. All legendary items have the description on it. If you read them, it tells you what to do. Some of them have special effects, some of them do regular things. This is the staff. This staff, found in the acid pit alongside the abysmal remnant, is marked with an ancient language. The first runs along the length of the staff in glowing runes, whereas the second is carved rudely over the top of the first inscription, obscuring pieces of it. So there's two languages written on top of each other. While unintelligible at first glance, beneath the glow of the bracelet, the runes shape themselves into a recognizable script that reads, "A gift from the blank gives us blank and allows us to control the blank. Must be brought blank to the Tower of the Bat where blank. A blank placed on the altar blank, awakened to share with us blank. Only awakened by blank and their blood. Reading the inscription is one thing. Understanding what it is something else entirely. And the words spell out betrayer." So essentially there's a tower, the Tower of the Bat. Okay, so we got to find a Tower of the Bat. It says a gift, give us advice and allows us to control the blank. Not sure what, but whatever it is, I'm guessing it's the staff because it's a gift. Don't know what it controls. Must be brought to the Tower of the Bat and placed on the altar, awakened to share with us, only awakened by the blank and their blood. We'll have to figure that out in the next episode. So, we have a staff, we got to find a tower, and I'm going to run this dungeon again off camera to grab some more stuff so we can make the armor set we're going to use in the next one. I know, I like the skull, but we're going to use that other armor set because I just like it better. I like lizard stuff on here. But if you like the episode, please consider leaving a like and subscribe. Really helps out the channel. I hope to see you all in the next one.